I imagine this hat is going to play havoc with the frame rate and this top, to be honest.
What do you say to me?
Oh, I think this hat is going to play havoc with the frame rate and stuff because
Because it's trying to render all the different colours.
yeah.
You have like just a black hat.
No, I don't have a black hat. I'm not a simpleton.
A simpleton.
It's all or nothing.
The joy of a black hat, Will, is that you can just do this and then blend in perfectly into any environment, like in the Marvel movies.
It does look very much like that. Although this is literally just because hair is not in a good situation at the minute because slept in,
Just woke up.
overslept. Exactly. Okay, let's do a clap and start today's episode.
Let's do it.
3, 2, 1. Okay.
That felt in time
Did it?
for me.
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? Like it feels perfectly in time for you, and then for me it's like a good second at least. Okay.
Yikes.
Sam, what are we discussing today? We're doing franchises, aren't we? We're looking at the top
We are.
top 10, top 15, top 20.
Well, you're a man who likes money. Yes?
Who doesn't? I love money.
Yeah.
Makes it,
Everybody loves money.
Some say it makes the world go round.
Some say it's no, that's diamonds that are a girl's best friend. Yeah, no, it makes the world go round, but more importantly, it is a measuring stick
Girls
of a
girls do like
franchise's-
them according to Good Charlotte because they like cars and money because they don't like boys.
That's true.
Yeah.
Thanks, Good Charlotte, for that sage
Good-
advice
love Good Charlotte.
for today. They are good,
They're a good band.
to be fair. Anyway,
Yeah.
we're using this as a measuring stick. We are objectively saying that these are the best franchises of all time because they made the most money. We will have no disagreements with anybody else. This is objective fact. If you
course.
score highly on this list, you are objectively the greatest piece of media ever created
Okay.
because you made the most money.
So,
right?
yeah.
That's how it works in capitalism.
That is how it works in the world, pretty much.
Damn right.
So I haven't seen. Actually, I have seen this list. I'm not going to lie. I have seen.
He's glimpsed at
I've-
the list.
I saw it ages ago because I suggested this to you, and then we didn't do anything with it. And then you represented it to me, and I was like, "Yeah, let's do that. Let's talk about their franchises." And I remember a couple of the entries. I remember the top one, and I remember a couple of others. And you can sort of guess at some of them anyway.
Oh, yeah.
But you're going to reveal them, aren't you? You're going to reveal the top 20.
We're going to work our way from number 1 down to maybe number 20.
Yeah.
Like, we'll go into detail about our experience with the franchise and kind of what we know about it or
Right, it's not
what
a
our feelings
documentary.
about it are. And, well, it's maybe it could be.
Okay.
Welcome to Franchise Fanatics.
Nice. Franchise. That was...
I'm workshopping it. I thought it
I
was a
like
good
it.
idea.
I like it. It was so off the cuff. I was impressed you got there. I would have stumbled and
I
fell
honestly
at the
was
first.
struggling for any F word. I was like, don't swear, don't swear.
I think I'd have been like, franchise friends?
Franchise friends. In Betweeners is not on this list, I'm afraid. But we'll start with number 1. Will, I'm sure you can guess. I'm sure most people at home will know of this in some capacity. What do you think number 1 is?
Well, I know what number 1 is.
Okay, so tell me.
So
then. Stop leaving the audience
Should I
in suspense?
should I just make some random out there guesses that have nothing to do with this
Just
franchise?
totally rogue. Just like, oh, it's Bakugan.
It's Pokemon, as far as I remember.
Absolutely correct.
Okay.
Founded in 1993, it has grossed over 118.5 billion US dollars.
This is surprising to me. Like, I guess it's probably one of the oldest franchises that are still running. Oh no, that's not true though. That's not.
Absolutely untrue.
That's completely untrue. Yeah.
This is actually a fairly modern franchise
Yeah.
in terms of the top grossing list,
Okay.
which makes it even more surprising that it's done
So,
so
why
well.
has it done so well then? Like, what's it?
Plushies.
It's all plushies. It's just all plushies. The games obviously are big. The card game has to be.
The card game's huge,
Like-
especially recently. It's had a resurgence.
It's had a
recently
resurgence,
with
but even originally,
Twitch
like back in
streamers
the
and everything.
90s, when we used to buy Pokemon cards. Their prices haven't really changed much, have they? Like, I feel like they've always, for a pack of 10 Pokemon cards, it's always been about like £4 or £5. Something.
But that's the gacha. That's how they get
I know.
you.
Yeah, it's the constant.
It's cheap-ish, and there's the chance that you can get something good.
Yeah, it's like an expensive coffee now, like £4, expensive coffee at Starbucks.
Yeah. I'd rather get a pack of Pokemon cards than a coffee.
Yeah, I'd rather have both, and that's how they get you.
Oh, and that's how I'm spending double my budget today.
That's when there's been a collaboration between Starbucks and Pokemon cards. It's like, come to Starbucks, get a pack of Pokemon cards, win-win. I'll tell you what.
I mean, you joke about it, but like 7-Eleven and Pokemon Go team up and do promotions like all the time.
Yeah.
It's like, come to 7-Eleven, we have a Pokestop, and you can get extra items. Ooh.
Yeah.
Maybe come and buy one of our convenient chickens.
Yeah.
What's your, like, in brief, like, what's Pokemon to you?
Pokemon.
What have you?
Is everything to me, Sam.
It's everything.
No, I don't know. I had a pretty chilled relationship with it growing up. It was I had the cards. I don't actually remember buying any cards, but I'd have a terrible memory. Like, I don't really remember a lot from my childhood. I had cards. I didn't steal them, so I'm assuming.
Did you get hit on the head?
Regularly? A lot of sports growing up. I do remember walking into my year 6 class, and there was a giant metal pole, and I remember just walking straight headfirst into
bonking into it.
I remember slipping on the ice at a year 5 birthday party and slipping backwards and cracking my head open on the ice. I don't remember this, but I got told that I jumped into the TV cabinet and split my head open on the TV cabinet when I was little. So yeah,
how are you still alive?
Probably quite a few head injuries. No broken bones though, ever, that I know of. I think I've had fractures and stuff that have sort of just gone by the wayside. But
you said that you split your head open. I would assume that would be fairly close to a fracture,
but not.
But not.
Yeah.
So anyway, like
Pokemon,
like the kind of casual cards.
I was quite a tight
watch
kid.
The show.
I don't think I'd have spent a lot of money on cards, but I had loads, and then my mum threw them all out. Played the games, had Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, played Pokemon fairly regularly, but again, we had a conversation off air, fairly sort of untactically, is that a word?
Yeah, brute force.
Yeah, just
single brain cell.
Just charging through, getting my ride on as strong as possible, and trying to just blast my way through, charge my way
all
through.
Attacking moves.
Yeah,
no status
no
moves,
strategy or anything like that.
Level 99, let's go.
Love the series, love the TV show, and have recently gone back to that, and have recently started collecting Pokemon cards again and playing the online TCG. So lots of nostalgia and sort of. But to be fair, never played the TCG growing up, so that's really fun. I stayed up till like 2 a.m. the other night just playing it, and I was like, should definitely stop playing after this game. We'll definitely stop playing after this game.
Just one more. Just one more.
What about you?
And that's how they get you. And that's how I think the franchise has managed to persist so much over the course of the past almost nearly 30 years at this point.
They've just got fingers in all pies.
The breakdown of sales is that the licensed merchandise is their biggest income.
Wow.
It's $91 billion, followed by the video games at a paltry, an insignificant $27 billion.
Right.
And then from there downwards, it's just box office, because
the
first 3 Pokemon movies,
yeah.
At least in the West, the first 3 movies came to cinemas, and the first Pokemon movie is still the highest-grossing anime movie of all time in the West.
So good. You got your little Mew card when you went.
The Ancient Mew.
Mew card.
Perfect marketing.
And
then an entire generation of kids are just indoctrinated into the cult of Pokemon.
And still don't have that. Don't know what happened to that card. I think I lost it very early on. Okay, cool. So that's Pokemon.
So that's Pokemon. That's number 1. Number 2, with almost 30 billion less, like the gulf between Pokemon and the next highest on the list is fascinating.
Okay.
It's Hello Kitty.
Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty.
Hello Kitty, and hello to
so Hello Kitty
literally
I feel has a lot of memes and a lot of references throughout my youth, but I don't actually think I know what Hello Kitty is. It's a cat. I can picture the cat. So is it just that? Is there a show?
So it's a company called Sanrio, and basically what happened was they created the character of Hello Kitty and said, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to slap this and any character that looks like this on everything.
Okay.
So all of Hello Kitty's, okay, not all, sorry, the vast majority of the money that Hello Kitty brings in is merchandise.
Yeah, so it's
towels,
it's like,
pencils, pencil cases.
It's just a cute
T-shirts.
A cute character. It's like a brand. Well, it is a brand. It's
literally is.
It's just a brand that's got a cute cat on it that everybody has bought into.
Yeah, it's like here's a mascot.
So when does that?
Do you want something with this mascot on it?
When does a franchise become just a brand then, or is that the same thing? Like a franchise is surely multi-faceted.
Conflating it slightly, I think it's what they did is they created a mascot, they created a character, and then built the brand around that character.
Okay.
So similar to Pokemon, you could almost argue that Pikachu is the face of Pokemon.
Yeah.
So it's all built around.
I imagine
Pikachu.
90% of the merchandise is Pikachu merchandise.
Oh, almost certainly.
I went into Waterstones and there was a Pikachu mug. There was Pikachu.
Oh wow!
There was
in a bookshop.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like there's loads of manga and anime stuff in there. There was a cabinet with like a Ryuk model, and there was loads of like anime reference figurines, and they were going for about between 25 and 50 quid. And then there was a Pokeball that was like a replica. It was in a nice box, and it was a replica Pokeball. I don't know how you could ever have a real Pokeball, but there was a replica Pokeball. And it looked nice.
The laser technology.
Yeah, it looked nice, but it was 100 quid. It was and it was the most expensive thing in the cabinet.
And people will pay for it.
Yeah, I was tempted to pay for it. Like
at the top,
I thought that would look very.
It looked good.
It looked very good. If it was less, I would get it. And I think this is what one of the big things about any sort of collectible. Put it in a cabinet. And it ultimately people will pay it.
Make it seem like it's exclusive.
Exactly. Make it seem like it's worth something, and people will pay it because they'll be like, "Well, it must be collectible. There must be some money in that." It's a genius tactic.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I mean, that's basically what Hello Kitty did. They just went, "Here's a bunch of cute characters. We'll slap it on everything, and people will just buy it." And it worked.
Yeah.
And it's been doing that since 1974. So good job.
Cool.
An interesting note about Hello Kitty is that. The second branch to its earnings comes from the box office. I don't know what film came out with Hello Kitty, but it was only $61,000.
Okay, yeah,
so
very different.
You have $88.5 billion
Where did
in
they show
merchandise,
that?
and
like,
then
just some little kinema in the woods.
It's embarrassing, right?
Just some bloke with a screen out in a car park lot. Just come see my movie. Weird. What's number 3?
Yeah, weird. Number 3, one that you'll be probably very familiar with. I think most people around our age will know of this character, but it is Mickey Mouse and Friends.
Okay. This is where the lines are blurred between Disney and so Mickey Mouse
a character.
is a franchise in itself. That's interesting.
So to tag into that, because we're talking about Disney, I'll also do number 4 at the same time, and that's Winnie the Pooh.
Oh wow!
Who is right beneath Mickey Mouse.
Winnie the Pooh is that big? That's mind blowing. Like
it's insane.
Like, what have they got? A few books and a few kids' cartoons. Like it's not a franchise. It's barely a show.
But to put it into context. Both of these, so Mickey Mouse and Friends and Winnie the Pooh, both came out in the 1920s. So rather than it being
longevity, playing the long game.
It's literally like 100 years worth of retail and merchandise and books and
it's
comics.
Such a classic like kids book to get. Like they must have sold so many copies to like new families.
Absolutely.
Like it's the go-to book. Get them a Winnie the Pooh book. Mickey Mouse, I get. You've got like Fantasia, and you've got all of like the Magic Kingdom, and
all the Steamboat Willie. You've got all the different shows. House of Mouse. You've got all the movies that they put out, and also you slap
Does that
the silhouetted Mickey Mouse
on anything
silhouette or something.
Oh God, yeah.
Boom! The prices jumped through the roof.
There's a Disney store in the city that's just got the Mickey Mouses galore. I think it's actually closed down. To be fair, I think it's moved online. Or at least that one has. Yeah. Awkward. Sorry, you're only 4.
Awkward. Sorry, you billion-dollar enterprise.
Okay.
But yeah, Winnie the Pooh really surprised me.
But does that include?
Like being
sorry,
there.
I was just going to go back to Mickey the Mouse. Mickey the Mouse. Yeah,
Mickey the Mouse.
Mickey the Mouse.
Like Sonic the Hedgehog, but Mickey the Mouse.
It fits. Does that include? Did you say and friends? So does that include like?
It says Mickey Mouse and friends.
Okay, so that includes the
I'm
whole
not
gang.
sure what the.
It'll be Goofy.
Yeah,
and,
so like
and
Goofy, Donald, Chip and Dale.
Who? Isn't that the series on Netflix?
No, the movie on Netflix.
Oh,
apparently they're also known as Mickey and the Gang.
Yeah, Mickey and the Gang. Okay.
I've opened this, like, honestly, this is a rabbit hole
wormhole.
too deep to dive down.
Yeah.
I need to get away from that because there are so many characters. So yeah, so number 3, number 4, Mickey Mouse and Winnie the Pooh.
Brilliant.
I get Winnie the Pooh.
I get Mickey more.
Kids all the time.
I get Mickey more, but
It's so close though.
yeah.
It's like
I'm surprised.
there's
Winnie
less than
said-
$1 billion.
But it is that longevity. Right. What's number 5?
Star Wars.
Okay. Yeah.
Makes sense. Again, it's been there since the 70s. It's a monolith at this point.
Yeah. There is a lot. Go on.
What's really surprising is the fact that, I guess maybe not surprising because it's been such a mainstay in the past 4 that we've talked about. Merchandise is what is carrying the franchise.
Oh.
So it's the action figures, the
Really?
comics, the Empire logo on a t-shirt, the Rebellion
Okay.
snapbacks that you can get.
That surprises me.
It's crazy.
I guess merchandise in general is just the big money earner then, because I wouldn't have said I don't know, Star Wars Lego, they must get a big cut of that. And I've got Star Wars Lego, so I can't really say that I don't.
Death Star.
And I do buy a lot of Star Wars merch for friends that I know are Star Wars fans. It's always fun to get them something Star Wars related,
And there's always something that you can get.
always there's Star Wars themed everything.
A mug, like a notepad.
Yeah, you can theme anything
branded.
Yeah, anything yeah. Okay, it's huge. Yeah, it's such a, and with all the Disney shows and everything, the way they've expanded everything, they've made everything with oh god, I'm gonna show my sort of novice mind. What's the baby plushie for the character of Baby Yoda?
Oh,
I'm glad I'm not the only one that can't remember his name.
Gaga, Goo Goo, Gaga.
Yeah.
Grogu.
Well done. Yes, it is. Yeah. Is it Grogu?
I got there.
Yeah. Let's go Grogu. Okay. Yeah. Even now they're deliberately BB-8 droids and stuff. I genuinely, when that came out with that tech,
They're pushing it so
with
hard.
the rolling tech, that sort of
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was really cool. Genuinely wanted one of them. Okay. And I tell you what, it was only last year I was looking for lightsabers online. I was so close to buying some of these new tech.
Oh, do you remember the old ones? When you were
they
a
still
kid
make
and
them.
it was you could
They still make
you
them.
could flick it and it was
Yeah.
in stages.
Yeah, and it was always had one bit
obsessed.
stuck out. It didn't
Well,
close.
no, if you got the cheap ones, then it was all stuck out. If you got the official ones, it went into the hilt.
Yeah, all right,
But
fine.
that was your Christmas and birthday present combined.
Yeah, well, the new ones are the ones that are just like the fighting ones that have it permanently stuck out, but you can actually use them for combat, and they light up and they look.
Actually use them for combat.
They-
Yeah, when the Sith Lord descends on me, whilst I'm driving home from work.
Hey, you don't know. The Empire's always out there, man. It's hiding in plain sight. Okay, Star Wars. What's next?
Nice. Next up, so we're actually shifting gears now. So we're moving between the $50 billion tier down into the $20 to $50 billion tier.
Okay. Measly. Absolute
Measly.
amounts of money.
Paltry amount of money. And what's interesting when I looked over this list earlier was that the shift here is that the merchandise sales are lessened. So here, in this tier, we're starting to look at stuff that
Sam, you said that with
mostly built off of-
such sincerity. In the lower tiers where the companies have made less money, the things they sold have made less money.
have made less money.
Like, yeah. I could
Join us next week for when we look at people who have made lots of money and we look at why they've made lots of money.
when we look at people who've made lots of money, have also spent more money.
More money
Weird.
on this. But what's interesting is that the fact that the brand itself is what is propelling a lot of these franchises. It's not the merchandise.
Okay,
it is
right, go on,
the
Em. What's
stuff.
What's number 6?
So, number 6, in 1981, it's Mario. Super Mario himself.
That surprises me that plush and merchandising isn't like as big, because I would have thought there's just as much plastered with that Mario Kart sort of theme. No, I say Mario Kart.
I mean, you see it
Mario
everywhere,
Kart
especially here in
separate?
Japan.
Is Mario Kart separate? It still comes under Mario.
No, I think that comes. It would come under the Mario brand, I would assume. But yeah, with $47.5 billion, Mario comes in at the first of the $20 to $50 billion tier.
Yeah.
With video games being the biggest earner at $38.5 billion.
Again, that is their thing, though, isn't it? Like when you compare it to like Pokemon, Pokemon does have. It started off as a game, but it very quickly diversed into everything.
Turned into they like the cute creatures.
Yeah, like
push the cute creatures
the TV show
on
and
everything.
Yeah, so they very quickly went down that path. Whereas Mario Kart, I think, primarily you think it and you don't think TV show.
Mario is more than just Mario Kart. Will.
Oh, I know.
Can't
Sorry,
keep saying that it's Mario Kart.
But that is my but that's my experience of it. Like I grew up with Mario Kart. I didn't grow up playing Mario,
Super Mario and Mario Brothers.
Yeah, and anything like that. I didn't grow up with that. That was very much Mario Kart, and that's what I played. So yeah, sorry, Mario. As the
Fun fact: his last name is also Mario.
Is it
Mario?
Oh, that's confusing.
Luigi Mario.
Good. Yeah. So it is very much game orientated, though, isn't it? Like all.
Yeah, absolutely.
The amount of renditions of it must be insane by now.
I mean, Mario. If you like, this is going back to 1981 where it first came out. It was basically the only game you could buy for the NES and the SNES. And then once the Nintendo 64 came out, it was like you would buy the console, and then the thing you would buy with it was Mario 64. You would play that game. GameCube, Mario Sunshine, Mario Odyssey. Like, he's synonymous with a new Nintendo console. And because Nintendo consoles sell so well, especially for younger children and younger audiences, you're gonna have a massive uptick.
Is it not owned by Nintendo then?
It is owned by Nintendo, so Nintendo own Mario.
So is Nintendo not a franchise?
Nintendo is I guess it's the company, but they own multiple franchises. Because from there, you can go Legend of Zelda, Metroid, Donkey Kong.
Yeah, I guess
each
it's hard to know.
Installment is its own thing.
Yeah. We should have probably.
But again, it makes it tricky.
Okay, what's next on the list after Mario?
Next on the list are the Disney princesses, debuting in 2000 with $46.4 billion, which I think makes sense, but also the fact that they
I'll tell you what,
drew it all under one brand is a bit strange.
No, I don't think it is, because then it's like you got to collect them all, and they keep like reintroducing new characters that there's a whole debate around, like who is a Disney princess, and it's like these are the set list of these are the princesses, and we're going to market them as a gang. So it's like an expanded universe, like for the Disney princesses. But when you think about some of the big hitters that we haven't had yet, things like Marvel and Harry Potter, and I know they're somewhere down this list.
Yeah.
Like, to put Disney princesses as such a niche collective, because it says that none of the other Disney properties are involved in this, or Pixar again. No, I know Disney now own Pixar, don't they? So like, none of those are included. It is just these princesses. I think that's impressive that it's so high.
I think that the marketing manager deserves a promotion for this. Like, the fact that they went, okay, maybe not everybody has seen the movies that these princesses come from, but with Disney's backing and with the most recent movies, we can pull characters like Belle or characters like Snow White.
Isn't Princess and the Frog like one of the princesses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's joined in, and we've also got like all Tangled and
Moana.
Elsa. They've all like joined in, and every time a new movie comes out, they get added to the brand, and the brand gets stronger, and there's more merchandise, and you can repeat past princesses
exactly.
and
That's
bring
it,
it back in.
As soon as a new one comes
you
out,
have the
it's
legacy.
like, hey, did you know this is also a Disney princess from all of these other ones? Go back and watch these and buy the merch, please. Thank you very much.
Exactly.
Cha-ching.
Maybe you'll find your brand new princess. It's a genius move to have almost like this perpetual
And
income machine.
yeah, I think that's a brilliant way of doing it. But when you look at like Star Wars, this is how they've done it. This is what they've tried to do by creating new content, but they've done it the completely wrong way. They haven't created a new product and then linked it to the previous. They've like tried to just redo the originals or throw in homage to the originals so that people get nostalgic, and it doesn't do anything apart from sour the franchise. Whereas this is like, no, we're creating brand new movies. Hey,
he's a brand new princess, but also don't forget the old guys.
But you don't have to.
Here they are in their outfit.
But that's the thing. You could just literally enjoy Frozen for Frozen, Moana for Moana. Like you can love one of those movies and buy that Disney princess and completely ignore the others. Whereas with Star Wars, it feels like.
But it's adding to the Disney princess pockets.
With Star Wars, it feels very much
there's the
like
genius.
We're just clutching so much onto that. To the namesake and the original's property that it's just like just hitting us over the head with it, and it just then ruins the content because everything that's their first thought. I think it's like your priorities, isn't it? I think with the Disney princess, the priority is to make a good Disney princess movie and then link it. I think with Star Wars, it's almost been how can we make more money off this original property, and then that's their way in. Anyway, what's next on the list?
It's your favourite, Will. Your most well-regarded of all the superheroes ever.
Oh, okay.
It's Anpan Man.
Sorry, what?
Anpan Man. It is a Japanese character based on a delicious type of bread.
Yes, Breadman.
Breadman. So, Anpan Man is or Anpan. Pan being bread in Japanese is a type of bread which has red bean paste inside of it, and it's kind of a sweet, desserty almost bread, but is often served for breakfast.
And how is this marketable? How have they made this into a thing? What does he do?
It's basically the same situation as Hello Kitty, where they went, here's this adorable character, and also we're now just going to sell bread that is in the shape.
How do we spell it?
Of his face. ANPANMAN.
Yeah, I got the man part. He is adorable.
He is very cute. Anpan Man is adorable.
And this is...
And he fights against the nasty germs.
There's comparisons to One Punch Man.
Well, that's it, because One Punch Man, the beloved anime that features a hero who can never lose, is based off of Anpan Man. Essentially,
okay. There's
One
also
Punch Man is a parody.
There's also lots of links to Pac-Man as well.
Yeah,
like in the images, there's Pac-Man's everywhere. Is there a link there as well?
There's not much of a link. I think it's just because it has man in the name.
Yeah,
and they came out around the same time, like out in the 70s.
And the color scheme is identical. You know, reds and yellows.
Reds and yellows and
big happy face.
There's actually near to where I live in Kobe. There's actually an Anpan Man museum where you can go and you can help fight the bad germs and eat delicious bread with Anpan Man.
There's a 2011 movie on IMDb called Pan Man, and it says there's a demon in your kitchen, and it's literally a man in like a black morph suit with a pan over his head and a pan in his hand, and it looks like the best movie of all time. I want to see this.
Babe, wake up! We need to watch Pan Man.
Starring G. Larry Butler, Tim Pilleri.
Wait, this is a British or like a Western movie?
I have no idea. Well, there's a demon in your kitchen, Sam. That's all I can say. What's next on the tier list?
Next on the tier list is something you probably haven't heard of. It's the it's the MCU.
Ah, yes, the the mighty conglomerate of Universal Studios. No, wait, damn it, I've linked it back. Yeah, MCU.
Good effort. It's the MCU. I mean,
What do we
I'm
need to say?
following the MCU to go to the next one as well. It's MCU, then it's Harry Potter, then it's Spider-Man. So
Oh wow, Spider-Man on its own. Is that because it's still? Oh, no, let's not get into the legalities of where
Yeah.
Spider-Man stands. Because I thought they had it back now. Oh no, they've borrowed it. They're working with Sony.
they borrowed it, but they also
okay.
don't have it. But also they have all the villains. It's a lot.
Yeah.
But basically, MCU speaks for itself. It's
Yeah.
10 years in the making. Laser focused by Kevin Feige on just getting bums in seats.
Yeah.
We had the whole Infinity Saga. We're in Phase 4 now. It makes sense that it's ranking this high.
Yeah.
Like they have multiple billion-dollar movies: Black Panther,
What's the-
Infinity War,
what's the-
Endgame.
What's the percentage of merchandise? Like, is it still the top
Interestingly,
thing?
no. So box office is the big thing with $25.1 billion, and then merchandise is $7 billion. And then home entertainment coming in last with $5 billion, which is
Yeah.
surprising.
Is it Disney Plus now? Whether this even includes it, because it depends how old this is, how long it's.
It is a variable list, Wikipedia says, so it
Okay.
is subject to change.
So potentially Disney Plus has got a lot in that, and Disney Plus has popped. Like, we can't deny that. Despite what you think of, what people might think of it, a lot of people subscribe, and it is probably a big
Absolutely.
thing on that.
But I am surprised that the merchandise sales are so low.
Yeah,
because
so
I
am
feel I can't walk down the street without seeing like a Marvel T-shirt
Yeah.
or something else. But does that come down to Marvel Comics versus the MCU specifically? If it comes down to
Okay.
the MCU specifically, then that has to be Iron Man 2 action figures or Spider-Man No Way Home figures. And maybe that's why Spider-Man is separated out lower down the list.
Yeah, I
Because
guess so.
Spider-Man as a
anything
character.
that references the movies would count. Anything that sort of references the actors. So if it's got like a picture of Robert Downey or anything like that, that's
Then
all
it's
MCU.
going to be MCU
Yeah,
based.
I'm still surprised that it's quite low. Okay, and Harry Potter speaks for itself.
Yep.
Merch.
Breakdown for Harry Potter is pretty evenly split. It's
Yeah.
33 billion in total, and so box office is the most with 9.6. Then it's merchandise with 8 billion. Book sales
Yeah,
is 7 billion. So
that's
just below.
incredible.
But you
7
think about
billion.
that, like
I
that-
know the amount they
Book sales.
I know, like that's physical
What?
copies of a book. They have sold £7 billion worth, or dollars, whatever it's in.
Whatever it is. But that is insane.
that's
Like
so
for
cool.
a book to be that successful.
Oh my God,
I don't
can you
think we are
imagine?
ever going to see anything
Well, isn't it?
in our lifetimes.
I don't know if this
that
is true. I'm
successful.
pretty sure it's true. Well, not. I don't know if this is true. Isn't it the highest selling book of all time, bar the Bible?
I would not be surprised.
I feel like it is. It's the highest selling series. There's definitely. I'm sure that's Harry Potter. It's going to be something.
Yeah.
but
Must
I'm
be.
sure it's Harry Potter. Yeah, that's incredible, and it goes to show that like a
good idea can carry you.
A good idea can carry you, but also like reinventing the product has been a lot of that. Like the amount of books that they brought out with limited edition covers, like you can buy. There's probably about 5 or 6. They're probably more. Like they've done all of the books in like Gryffindor colours and all of the books in Ravenclaw colours.
Yeah. I remember the specific house colours for each of the books.
Then
yeah,
they've done like limited editions. They've got a new artwork. They've got new artwork for the audiobooks. I wonder whether that includes audiobooks, by the way.
That would be really interesting to look into.
They've got the
I do have a breakdown of the best-selling individual books of all time.
okay. Oh, individual
With
books.
Harry Potter
Yeah.
coming in, so Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone coming in 3rd place, with
Behind.
120 million sold. Behind A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens,
Yeah.
which has had 200 years worth of sales behind it.
Yeah. But also,
And
what's the difference? Because I guarantee you put another Harry Potter book in that. Like if you're including the Harry Potter series, it's going to blow it out of the water.
I think that is, yeah.
Is number
completely.
1 still
I
the
think
Bible?
No, number 1, the Bible actually isn't
What?
on here.
I'm sure the Bible was supposed to be number one thing ever sold.
I guess it is, but I think in terms of books, I don't think they count religious texts. So in terms of like individual books, A Tale of Two Cities is first. Then it's The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry.
No way.
A French book, which sold 200 million. So the A Tale of Two Cities and Little Prince is both 200 million. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone is 120 million.
Okay. Anyway, so I think Harry Potter would smash that if you put all the whole series in.
Oh
which,
again,
is an advantage anyway because they only have one. But
this list that we're looking at is Wizarding World of Harry Potter, so it's including everything.
Yes, like the Universal Studios, like the parks,
exactly.
The studios here,
and that's why the breakdown is so interesting because it's like home entertainment, video games, TV revenue, stage play, the Broadway play, The Cursed Child, all coming into that.
Have you seen it?
I've not seen it. I've read the book.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not the same, but yeah, I'd like to see it. I think it would be interesting.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah. Spider-Man was next.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's just everywhere. It's had 50 plus years of stuff. Next up is Dragon Ball.
Okay, yeah, I remember this being on the list somewhere. Yeah, okay.
1984, $30
I'm not surprised.
billion.
I'm not surprised. It's had a bit of longevity. You know, it's not brand new, and is this a lot of merch?
Or this one is merchandise sales leads the pack with 7 billion. Then it's video games at 6 billion.
Okay.
And then there's a sharp drop to manga volume sales at 2 billion. So there's a 4 billion difference between the video games and the actual original copies of Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
what?
But again, what's that in manga terms? Because I imagine that's quite high. Like, what is Pokemon manga sales?
For manga terms, that's insane.
Exactly.
Huh?
What was the Pokemon manga sales percentage?
Pokemon manga sales didn't even make the list because Pokemon manga is just
and that's
not...
exactly. So I think it's a big drop, but that's still like huge because it's 2 billion in manga sales. So I doubt there's much that can compete with that. Actually, maybe, I don't know how popular the manga is. What's next on the list then? You've got
next one is.
I was going to say your association. I've skipped over Dragon Ball a little bit because I don't have much association with it. But do you want to talk any more about it? Because I know you've always liked it.
I mean, Dragon Ball makes sense. It was the biggest anime, I guess, to kind of hit the West, especially back in the 90s.
Bar Pokemon.
Yeah, it was Pokemon, but if you were a little bit older, it was Dragon Ball, and you were obsessed with Goku and his quest to be the strongest. Everyone was firing off Kamehamehas in the playground, doing whatever.
Yeah.
It's an enduring story that works really well, and the fact that we're still getting new Dragon Ball content, a new movie came out this year, and the manga is still ongoing with a different illustrator, but overseen by the original creator. This franchise is not going anywhere. It's simple, but it's effective. And it's just going to keep going. I just really hope that one day we get a good live action instead of the awful evolution.
When Disney buy it, we'll get a good live action.
We'll get it. Next up is Batman, which I guess speaks for itself.
Property, yeah. I think you think DC. Interesting that Superman isn't. I guess modern times, a lot of, I imagine you look at like the MCU and stuff being so high grossing, and that's a modern thing. There's just so much money in stuff in properties nowadays. Like I think looking back, Superman has been always the big one. It's like the when you think DC, he's the leader of the Justice League. He's the one that people grew up with a lot. I guess Batman as well though, because you think of all the Adam West stuff, and so maybe Batman has always been bigger. Superman's had big movies as well.
I think there was a big shift with Batman because back in the when Superman first came out, this was like pre-World War II. Batman debuted in 1939, so like right on the cusp of the war.
Yeah.
Superman became super popular because he was this man who could do anything. He could win any battle. He could do what the normal person couldn't, and that's what people needed then. But as time's kind of gone on, people are starting to relate to Batman more because he's doing what he can as a regular human. There are these insane
that's a
odds
very
against
social perspective on the superhero genre. I genuinely think
I try.
I would imagine
People like bats more.
The Dark Knight resurrected a lot of those sales and brought a lot of success.
Absolutely.
Because those films popped and brought a whole new fan base. Like, the Dark Knight is some of Lucy's favorite films, that whole series. She's not into any other superhero movie whatsoever. Like, she hasn't watched anything. So it speaks to everyone, I think, The Dark Knight.
Absolutely. And the fact that Batman can be a grounded character, not this like alien superlord, speaks to the fact that we still get new Batman stuff. We got the Arkham Asylum games. We get the new Robert Pattinson movie, which performed incredibly well, despite how many people were boo-hooed it online.
Yeah.
Batman is here. He's staying. He's the coolest member of the Justice League.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, what's next? What number are we on?
Okay, next up. I've lost count, but let's rapid fire a couple of them.
Okay.
Next up is Transformers.
What's the biggest selling thing? Is it the toys? Is it
merchandise?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, because Transformers as a brand is
I've seen
genetically
cars driving down the street that have had the Transformers logo put on their wheels,
just on the back.
Yeah, and on the back. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the whole idea, even the original anime and the cartoon that then came over to the West, it was just, this is a 20-minute toy commercial.
Yeah.
Buy our toys. That's it.
Did you have them?
So, I never had Transformers. I got too into video games too young, so I dodged out of the way of that. How are you?
I don't think I did. I had a lot of things that did transform. Like there was some.
Do you have a Voltron?
I don't know. I've got vague memories of transforming things into cars, but they weren't Transformers. I feel like they were a knockoff version. I don't
Transmorphers.
know. Yeah, morphing something probably. There was some
It's
things
Morbin
there was I had animals like tigers and lions and stuff that turned in Animorphs or something. There was a TV show called
Animorphs. The book Animorphs.
Yeah,
where they would it was like a kid turning into a rat.
Yeah, and it was a BBC, CBBC show, Animorphs. I don't know. God,
maybe
there's something there.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah. Transformers makes sense. Merchandise, the box office, obviously the movies are there, and the movies made a ridiculous amount of money just because Michael Bay's name was attached to it.
We'll keep making money because they can just be more ridiculous every single like the way that those things escalate. Like you look at the dinosaurs and the space adventures, the way they've
and then they decided to kind of pull back, and it's like, oh look, actually King Arthur was a transformer.
What? Sure.
And then they just rebooted the whole universe. Fine, Michael Bay.
Yeah.
Just keep your weird Romeo and Juliet lore scene out of my movies. I just want to see robots punching each other.
Just get some big name actors and Shia LaBeouf, and you'll be grand.
And then we're good. And then you just discard Shia LaBeouf. Next is Barbie.
Barbie
on the list.
Okay, merch.
I mean, that makes
100%
sense.
Merch.
Dolls.
It's got to be merch.
Yeah, 100% merch, and then home video sales, because there's a ridiculous number of straight-to-video Barbie movies.
Barbie, if she was a real person, her ankles would break just from walking because they're so thin, and her body isn't wide enough to store her organs, so she would die, and her neck is too thin to hold the weight of her head.
Oh.
Yeah. Fun facts. The more you know.
Good to know.
Just, talking body image, not realistic. Please don't make yourself look like Barbie. Sam, I'm talking to you. Don't go making
I'll try. I can't promise anything.
I know,
the HRT
that
starts next week,
goal.
so...
The what? The HRT? Okay.
Anyway, next up is Gundam. Let's go.
How long have you been waiting to say Gundam? Go on, talk about Gundam,
Oh,
Sam.
the entire video.
I know nothing
Gundam,
about Gundam.
big robots, model kits. War is bad.
Is it model kits?
Like 100%. Like the entire thing of Gundam is retail sales with $27 billion of its $27.8 billion.
Oh my goodness!
The rest of it,
what a percentage! That's got to be like 96%.
It's got to be like basically the entire thing. The rest of it comes from anime box office at 141 million.
Yeah.
Pathetic, I say. But Gundam is just this. It's a cool big robot, and you can build it yourself. You don't need glue, you don't need scissors, you don't need like any tools. You can just buy the kit, snap pieces off, piece them together. Literally that easy, and they've made it even easier recently.
Do you paint it, or is it?
Nope. It's pre-colored. You get some stickers that you can put on, but you can paint it if you want to. It's a bit like
Lego.
It's like Lego, but with more complicated and round steps. A lot more ball joints.
Where did you get that from? You just happen to have a random bouncy ball, and you're. Have you got something there for every bit of this video?
For every franchise. And for Toy Story, I have this life-size Woody.
Oh, have you just spoiled it? Is Toy Story next?
I'm sorry. No, it's not Toy Story. Next is Call of Duty.
Okay,
I mean, it makes sense. It's 100% video games.
Yes.
It's $22 billion.
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 2 is like the best-selling video game of all time.
Yeah,
everybody
it's
plays
crazy
COD
how
on
much
Xbox.
Like, what happened to like what was the war one before that was on PlayStation?
It was it the Vietnam one?
Maybe there was. What was
or
the
was
name
it World
of
War II?
There's another franchise that does.
Oh, Medal of Honor.
Medal of Honor.
Yeah,
like, that was huge back in the day. And then Call of Duty just came along and was like, "Nah, this is how you do video games."
Sorry, this is how you do first-person shooters.
And this is how we're doing it from now on. Yeah, like
forever.
Yeah, it's fair. It's big. Yeah,
makes sense.
Okay.
Next up is
how many's left?
Toy Story. We've got 3 left.
Okay.
So the next 2, I think we can shoot through fairly quickly. Toy Story.
Yep.
Merchandise, movies, TV, VHS sales is actually quite big for this one because it was in 1995 and it was like the most bought movie ever on VHS.
My dad's favourite movie. Also, we used to say all the time. I don't know when the last time he watched it was, but yeah, it's an absolute classic. And
absolutely classic.
Off.
I mean, the fact that we got a Toy Story 4 after the perfect ending that was Toy Story 3 will always hurt my feelings. But yeah, it was good. Next up is Cars. Of all things in the universe, Cars. And again, it's merchandise sales that is carrying this pretty significantly with $19 billion.
Like they've literally just sat there on the not the marketing team. Well, I guess it is. It's just an advert. It's a bit like what we were saying earlier was like just made
Hello Kitty.
Hello Kitty.
It's like you make it just to sell toys.
Yeah.
Transformers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what you're saying. Yeah, an advert 30 seconds ago. I couldn't remember that far back. It's basically like children. What are children like? Or
what do young boys like?
Stereotypically,
like cars. Okay, here's cars,
like cars,
but they've got eyes.
Yeah, we'll make a show about cars. How do we make them cute? Stick eyes on them. Make them have fun personalities.
Have you seen the theory that the cars are actually bugs, like that crawled inside the shells of old discarded human cars?
Well, no, I haven't. The Pixar theory at the minute. Which we should do a video on. Actually, that's pointless because go watch the Pixar theory videos that are out there already from the Super Carlin brothers. They their theory for cars is that they are the lasting consciousness of people from. So like the most recent theory from them, because they always try and piece the new films in,
like update it as like new stuff.
Is that Lightning McQueen McQueen is the consciousness of the actor that played Buzz Lightyear from the movie.
Ooh. But he changed to sound like Owen Wilson.
Yeah, it's a consciousness. Wow. He only had enough. It depends on the mechanics of the car, dude. Look, just don't overthink it, all right?
Just don't overthink it in this really convoluted Pixar theory. Super.
And
Okay, coming in at the bottom of the $20 to $50 billion tier, and the last franchise that we're going to look at today, it is Middle Earth, Lord of the Rings.
oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's a big twist. Not twist, big turn. Like it's very different to anything else. Again, another based on a book thing, like Potter.
Book sales are carrying it with
Are
$9 billion,
Okay.
followed by box office.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess there must be a lot of merch there as well. Like, what's the billion? It must be in the billions.
No, weirdly enough, merchandise for this is only $500 million. I say only $500 million.
Yeah.
Like it's not like
No,
an
but that
insane
is
amount of money,
surprising,
but
isn't it?
It's on the low side.
Did you say video games is up there?
Video games is there. It's on the list. It's 62 million. I remember playing.
Two Towers.
Was it Return of the King?
I remember Two Towers that had basically the first movie in. I think. I don't know. I can't remember. Don't know. I probably didn't finish it.
I remember playing with Perry. We played there was a PS2 RPG, which was basically Final Fantasy, but it's Lord of the Rings, and it was like random battles and spells, and you could play it 2-player. So like you controlled one character, the other guy controlled
Maybe
like,
that's
some
what
guy
I'm thinking
down
of.
the
It sounds
party.
very similar to what I'm thinking of with the Two Towers, but I don't know.
It was like very adjacent to the movie. Like at some point you team up with Gandalf, and he's like 20,000 levels higher than you are, and he's doing a million hits. And I'm like, okay, cool. But yeah, Lord of the Rings, and perfect because the new Amazon series is coming out soon.
Yes, I'm very excited for that.
It looks very good. The trailer dropped the other day.
Do you know what I'm looking forward to? Again, I don't know if it's Amazon. I think it's Netflix. Is it Netflix? I don't know. Someone's remaking Percy Jackson as a series. And
yeah, it's Disney Plus.
Oh, is it
it's
Disney?
Coming out on Disney Plus with the creator involved and okaying decisions basically to kind of get fans on board.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I think that could be really cool. Wow. Okay. What was your most surprising thing that either got in or didn't get into this top? Like, are there any massive ones that you thought they should have definitely got in?
I was expecting maybe more video game characters like Sonic or
Sonic's not there.
Like I was expecting GTA to maybe be up here, because especially with the
online stuff.
Yeah, and like that is just a constant stream of revenue. So either they're not reporting it in the same way, or like it's just fell off. Surprising is that Gundam even made it on the list because it is quite a niche show. Like not many people, even anime fans, have watched Gundam. So I was quite happy to see that it is doing so well.
I guess there could have been
How about you? What was your
a left fielder with things like again FIFA and stuff like that? I guess that would be a franchise, wouldn't it? Or was that just
true? I guess whether you FIFA could work. I guess they maybe don't count microtransactions as.
Oh yeah, I guess things like Fortnite
revenue
and stuff again. But again, I don't know how big that is in comparison to these huge hitters. Probably not close to really. I was surprised.
Winnie the Pooh surprised me.
Yeah, Winnie the Pooh surprised me as well.
Winnie the Pooh,
especially, and even things like Anpan Man, because just because I haven't heard of it, and as worldly as I am, I would expect to have heard of all of these things. You'd think it'd be on your radar at least if it's that high ranking.
Yeah.
But I guess it speaks to all those like hidden billionaires and things out there where like there are people that earn an absolute truckload of money and they're not famous particularly, or they're not well known because they earn it in industries that aren't to the public and they aren't, and things like that. So it's always interesting to find out about those like obscure ones that get in there because of one thing or another. Yeah.
What was the one that you were just like, yeah, that makes sense?
I mean, quite a lot of them make sense. I think Star Wars, I think Marvel, the Mickey Mouse stuff.
Oh,
I agree with. Pokemon. I think there are a lot of...
All the ones that you think should be there.
Yeah.
Were there.
Yeah.
Nice.
And on that bombshell, should we leave it there?
I think we should.
Okay, we might revisit some of the lower ones down another time. But
Going to the next tier. I'm already looking at the next tier, and I am shocked.
Really? Okay. Right, we might have to do that.
Might have to.
Okay.
Nice one. Right.
All right. Well, I'll see you.
Well, see you later.
I'll see you later. Have a good week.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
I can't hear you if I take my headphones off.